Welcome to day 17.
Day 17 of Listmas. And today we've got General Bok Choy with us.
Howdy!
Yeah, howdy ho. Today we're going to be talking about some legendary areas
Mythicals.
and ultra beasts.
So, yeah.
This is the way I'm ranking these is a bit different.
It's based on preference and, how, good they feel as legendaries.
Yeah. Because I'm not really ranking these on viability that much.
Like, nearly every legendary is viable, but if they are terrible and not fun to use, then they will lose points for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's actually start with a smaller category of not legendaries.
Ultra Beasts. Now, for clarification, I know Necrozma, Solgaleo, and Lunala are technically also considered Ultra Beasts, but for the sake of this list, we're counting Pokemon that have Beast Boost as their ability.
Yeah.
That should be pretty good at clarifying. What we mean.
Ow.
Okay. So anyways, I guess we'll start on the list.
Yeah.
B tier.
Yeah, all the Ultra Beasts are at least good. Good. So, starting out the list, we have...
Somebody knocking?
No.
Oh.
Okay, then B tier, yeah.
We have Zerkatry.
It's
a weird wiggly guy.
Yeah. Oh, she wants to cover up. Okay. Yeah, weird wiggly he plug guy.
Wuggly.
Uh-huh.
It is a very abstract design.
Yes, yeah, it is.
But I think it's pretty good. And it works for the whole Ultra Beast concept.
Yeah.
And this next one also falls into
Kartana, the origami.
The origami sword guy thing.
Yeah.
Could you move that back a little?
Okay, well.
There we go.
So it's infinitely sharp. It's infinitely sharp and like 1 foot tall.
Well, I think Kartana is pretty good.
Yeah.
It might be my least favorite of the Ultra Beasts. But the least favorite is what I still like.
Then we got a Stack Attack.
It's a bunch of bricks with eyeballs coalesced into one being.
I am inside your walls.
It is the wall.
Yeah, I'm not inside your walls. I am the wall. Then up in A tier we have
great. Here we go.
It's a fun
Jellyfish.
Funny jellyfish.
Interesting.
The funny thing is, I think I might not have said this, but Alex actually has like a near full collection of shiny Ultra Beasts.
I just haven't hunted the Sun exclusives.
Yeah. I think it's funny.
He's funny.
Then there's Femboy Cockroach.
Pheromosa. Presumably because of its pheromones,
it's pheromones.
It has a tendency to make things attract to it. And also is an extreme neat freak to the point where it will destroy anything that it finds to be unclean.
Big fucking rocket.
Yes.
Big fucking rocket.
Celesteela.
Big fucking rocket. with giant hand and blaster. It's fucking cool.
Oh, and also, has ties to a Japanese fairy tale.
Yeah, and there's Guzzlord.
Or the big crab, big black hole crab, a Power Rangers villain thing.
Yeah, giant monster. And also, yeah, I wish I could eat. I wish I could eat and not have to shit.
And apparently meant to be like an anti-Zygarde or something.
Kind of given where you find it, where it's originally found.
Like apparently James Turner refused to comment on the connection between Zygarde and Guzzlord, so apparently there's something there.
Poiple. It's Poiple. Get it? Poiple. Purple.
My good sir, what was that noise?
From my old 3DS recordings with where I was doing what I do, doing like I was voicing like all the Pokemon. Where I got to Poiple and did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Poiple. Then we have then we have then we have in S tier we got
the best Ultra Beasts.
Buzzwole. It flexes.
It's hilarious.
It flexes. It always flexes. It's funny.
A peak Pokemon design. And of course, my favorite Ultra Beast, Naganadel or Naganadel. Naganadel.
It's a giant dragon.
It's a dragon wasp with a needle stinger, and it also turns upside down from its pre-evolution.
Yeah, that's just cool.
And I don't remember the source, but apparently its brain is canonically located in its abdomen because that's where it was before it evolved.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's just really cool. And there's Blacephalon.
Its head explodes. It has it's the only Ultra Beast with a signature move.
A mind blown.
Mind blown.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. This weird alien clown thing.
Being almost definitely inspired by Pennywise.
Yep. Boy. So yeah, that's the Ultra Beast list.
Yes, obviously a really short one.
On time, but yeah.
Time to talk about legendaries and mythicals. We'll have a lot more to say about some of these.
All right, so let's just start from the. So should we start? So to start.
Art, we start in Fiona tier because
this is not a
legendary.
This is not a fucking legendary. No, Axel, no.
Nope. No, not the soda. Axel.
Sorry, I'll move it.
So, yeah, we have Fiona. Why in the name of Timmy Roundbits does Fiona exist?
It's like one of the most pointless Pokemon ever.
What, can it evolve?
Nope.
Yeah, we did like an entire video about Fiona.
Ranting about Fiona.
Because I don't know, because we can. It's stupid.
that its existence is stupid. Why do you breed a mythical Pokemon to get a worse version of the mythical that can't even evolve into it?
Yeah, it's yeah. It also just
Literally, what function does this thing serve?
also this thing don't get tail glow.
Like Manaphy does. Like, it is just a downgrade from Manaphy.
It's dumb.
It has Glalie stats.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a flat at 480.
He's got 80 in every stat. Wow, how impressive.
Yeah. All right. And indeed here. Here we have a Mega Mewtwo X.
This thing is an insult to Mewtwo.
I don't like this thing. Hey, this is nasty.
They gave it like gross, bulging muscles like veins and shit, and it's gross.
I hate it.
It's just a disgusting thing.
I hate this thing.
I hate Mega Mewtwo. Thanks.
Then there's G-Max Melmetal.
Why does this exist?
And also, wait, I just don't like how it looks.
It looks bizarre.
It's so long and long. It just doesn't. The fact that given how fucking exclude
it is like you have
to connect your Pokemon Go account to Pokemon Home, and then you will get a special Melmetal that can and Gigantamax. Also, it took them over a year to actually release this thing. I don't like it. It's so round. Why is it so rounded?
It's so bulbous.
I hate it.
What the hell is this?
I hate this thing.
This has got such a dumb design.
I don't like it. It's nasty. It just fucking that is an insult. That is terrible.
No, it's not a side tangent. Why is it Melmetal Steel Poison?
Yeah, I know.
It should be Steel Poison. Mercury is a highly toxic metal.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been such a cool opportunity to use that type. I almost got it like 2 gens later, but still.
Alright, then we got Mega Latios and Latias. I don't even know if they're in the right order, but I don't fucking care.
It's just these things.
They're the exact.
The joke is that the designs are the same, except like the triangle is flipped and the eye color is different. I think.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
I don't like it.
Like their stats are mirrored and
funny.
It's just not an interesting design.
Then we got Mega Deoxys. No, shit. What did I said?
Mega Deoxys.
No, fuck. I meant Deoxys.
God, that doesn't exist.
I said Deoxys Defense.
Yeah, Deoxys Defense.
I don't like it. It looks stupid.
It looks so weird and blocky. Which I guess is the point, but it's just ugly looking.
It's so round.
It looks so janky.
Yeah, I don't like it. I really don't like it.
An easily worst form of Deoxys.
Yeah. And then we have, now, since this is up to date for Legends.
Oh, boy.
Dialga and Palkia's origin forms.
What the fresh hell are these? I get the design concept behind them.
And being like,
you could, like, piece together different parts of them to make Arceus, and along with Giratina origin. Like, I get it's a cool concept.
She covered herself up.
She got her nose out. It's a cool concept, but
yeah, but Dialga looks like it choked on a Beldum.
I mean, why did they not give Palkia arms?
Why is it a horse?
Like, I would be fine if they made it like a proper centaur design, but no, it just has shoulder pads with no arms.
I hate that. Yeah, they finally get. Yeah, it makes sense to give these two other new forms.
And what frustrates me about Palkia's was so close to being good.
No, they just ruined it. God, they're so dumb. I just don't. God, seriously. I just don't like it. Then we have the incarnate forms of the original.
The incarnate forms of the Unova genies. The forces of nature.
Genies.
The current form of the original Forces of Nature trio.
Uh-oh. Well, they are
They are just copy paste of each other.
Although I think that's because they were added late in development.
And like in Black 2 White 2, we get the actual old designs of them, like literally their original forms.
Yeah. I remember. I mainly remember that. I do remember Tornadus and Thunderous were originally a red and blue duo.
Red and blue Oni, and then Landorus was added later on.
The thing is, they had to change Tornadus to green because they already had Sock and Throw.
It was a red and blue Oni pair.
I mean, no, that they're not actually genies. It is. I don't like. I just. Everyone. I think everyone's talked about.
The incarnate form Forces of Nature suck.
They just suck. Then we have the Cosmog and Cosmo. How are these legendaries?
They suck.
Cosmog only has Splash, and Cosmo.
It's cosmic power. Wow, defense boosts.
Yay.
Amazing and very useful on something that can't do anything else but raise defense.
How are we calling these things legendaries?
It's literally a cocoon.
Yep.
Which I do think the idea of a legendary Pokemon being a cocoon is amusing, but like at least have it evolve from something that it can carry over some actual moves from.
Nope. So, yeah. That's the Cosmog and Cosmo.
You know, like I couldn't afford to give the line like a confusion or something.
Nope. That was apparently too much.
That would have helped out a ton. And I wish Cosmog got some actual moves, even if they were just kind of underwhelming in baby stage moves. Oh boy, Necrozma.
Oh, Necrozma. How many times have I talked about this fucker? Why I don't like this fucker? I think it's just it is just Kyurem but done badly. In the original games, you find it, and it's literally at the end of it's literally just a bonus at the end of the post game, and it's just in the grass. As and that's it.
Yeah.
And you caught something in that looked like an Ultra Beast. It's like they didn't know what to do with this thing. It's like they didn't know what to do with it. It's fucking dumb.
And like it's the way it's incorporated into the story feels so half-assed.
Oh yeah, it's ultra inclusion, and it's constantly mentioned, and throughout the game. You can there's a book you can learn, or you can learn about what it is, learn about its past.
Like, oh wow, cool. We're totally not gonna run into this thing, and then it comes out of nowhere with no real build up up to it.
And that
But aside from mentions of it being ham-fisted into the script,
yeah,
beforehand,
it's just it's so.
And right next to it are the Duskmane and Dawnwing swarms.
Arms. Oh yeah, sure. They're just Solgaleo and Lunala, but
And the Necrozma's armor, which it's boring.
It's just I
get that it's supposed to be like unnatural and stuff, but like it's so
like parasitic.
Boring.
Necrozma's some kind of parasite.
Like, the designs are just boring.
They're just I just don't. It's Kyurem, but just so much worse.
No, so at least Kyurem's designs were put together in a way, or in a unique way. I mean, that sort of had some original aspects and configurations.
Mm-hmm.
And these just look like some kid messing around with Legos.
Yeah. Then we have Chimax Urshifu. Ew. Nasty.
They're so ugly. And they're big, and they're like neon red and blue.
Ooh, and
they have like white eyes.
They're now all white.
it's just they just look tacky.
It's ew.
You know, like what?
Ew, nasty.
I think there's like some kind of inspiration between why they're red and blue, other than the whole obvious haha Pokemon red and blue thing. And like, I
I
don't care if the designs are ugly.
Yeah, sure, the designs are fucking ugly. That's all of the tier.
Now for C tier, the
Or
mixed
just they
feelings.
exist, or just they
They
exist.
exist.
Or
Don't,
some of the
or
most
don't have
vi-
strong feelings, or just us mixed feelings. It's
yeah.
that's this tier.
Us, no C.
No C.
All right, Moltres.
It's a Pokemon.
This thing, like, in most cases, doesn't even have its own dedicated in a dungeon.
Yeah, for real. Fire Red and Leaf Green were the only games where it got a dedicated dungeon to it.
And every other time, it's just
been crammed into Victory Road or Mount Silver or whatever.
yeah, Victory Road and the other Kanto games and Mount Silver and or an HGSS.
So it's just like, oh wow.
I still hope whoever decided to make the legendary birds roamers in Platinum got fired.
Oh yeah.
I sure hope the person who made that decision got fired.
Or that was miserable.
5 roaming legendaries.
You're in one game.
Yay. But yeah, Moltres, and also it's just nah. It looks like a rubber
It's kind
chicken.
of stupid.
It looks like a rubber chicken.
It looks like a rubber chicken someone lit on fire.
Yeah, it's just
It's not a very appealing design, but like it's not like offensive.
yeah.
You know, it's just kind of one of the legendaries of all time.
God damn it.
And the other two are way cooler.
Kyogre. It's a big whale.
Yeah.
It's a big whale, and I don't really have.
Not much else to say.
Same goes for Primal Kyogre.
Looks, yeah, it's a big glowing whale now. Jirachi.
What the fuck
What is this thing's lore even?
like every
Comes to grant a wish every 1,000 years. That's about
it was
where
a great
ends.
wish for a week every 1,000 years
It
for
comes back for a week to grant wishes.
wow. But this thing is the most non-existent and mythical in the ever.
Like, unironically, I don't believe there's ever been
Anything that
a single NPC in a Pokemon game that has mentioned Jirachi
and or
aside from-
alluded to it.
mentioned or alluded to Jirachi's existence, aside from like the person who gifts it to you in BDSP, which honestly should hardly count.
Who the fuck thought that was okay? Who the fuck decided not to unlock that to post game?
That aside, yeah, Jirachi just kind of. I know this is the it exists here, but Jirachi kind of doesn't exist.
It kind of like doesn't exist.
It's like at least stuff like Mew and Celebi had elements of the game alluding to them.
Man, yeah, if I had a wish.
I'd wish for Jirachi to get more screen time.
I don't know, maybe if we, who knows, maybe
If Hoenn gets the Legends treatment, they better do justice to Jirachi.
and we're thinking very far ahead there.
Because, seriously,
Eh,
this thing is the most underutilized as mythical of all. Okay, well, there's one worse than that, but
there are some worse than
there
that.
are some worse than that, particularly nowadays. But like, this guy is.
This is back in Gen 3. Also, the way you obtained it was from having a fucking bonus disc. You got it from the fucking Coliseum bonus disc.
Yeah.
And also, you can just get as many as you want on for. It's just one per save file.
Of a Gen 3 game.
Yep, it's just a one per. So you
And as
can.
long as you have a completed Coliseum game, you could just get Jirachi on.
No,
Gen
it's just
3.
the bonus disc. Just have that bonus
Yes,
disc.
as long as you have that bonus disc.
It's gonna.
Get Jirachi on Gen 3 save files. Reset save files. Repeat for infinite.
You can even
Jirachi.
shiny hunt it.
You can even shiny hunt it that way. It is a tedious shiny hunt, but it is very possible to do.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you can shiny hunt that.
Yeah, it's probably immensely tedious and sanity draining to do so, but and there's nothing really stopping you from hunting it.
Yeah, I forgot to save when I loaded my other point.
Didn't need to do that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me over here epic failing everybody.
Earthbound moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, Jirachi is just.
Exists.
Then there's
Barely.
then Deoxys is normal and speed.
Normal Deoxys and speed Deoxys. Like the DNA thing's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's somewhat like plain looking.
Yeah. I don't know. Deoxys speed looks a little dumb.
Like generic alien. Speed form looks a little weird. Which, again, probably the point, but like.
Yeah.
Just not a particularly appealing design for us.
And then there's a Palkia.
Would get more points if its face didn't look like a penis.
If its head did not look like, if it didn't have.
Why does it look like that?
To be fair,
genuinely, why does it look like that?
To be fair, they did make another penis shaped dragon again.
Right on moment.
Yeah.
They're not on this list though.
But yeah, Palkia. I don't. And also it's some kind of the fact that the only Gen 4 game that was open that was just disposable for us. Us was Pearl since we had lost Diamond, and I don't know for some reason, and we just had a fucking abandoned Platinum file. Also, that was the only thing the only Gen 4 game I could actually play at the time. Yeah, I know, nice, real nice. And so Palkia, that was what I don't know. It's so the shape and just.
It's just not as cool as the worst member of the creation.
Trio.
Worst Sinnoh legendary.
Well,
worst of the Arceus Septet.
Septet, yeah.
And if you want to call them that, Arceus of the Six it's directly associated in Pokemon.
Then there's a Heatran.
How is this considered a legendary?
How is that? So it lives in volcanoes. It's implied that there's multiple of them.
And it makes volcanoes erupt. No, it creates volcanoes and it terraforms. Basically, it digs volcanoes out as its den.
And
dig volcanoes out as their dens.
And yeah.
Well, it's the only legendary with a 50-50 gender ratio, and the Kubfu line became the second and only other legendaries to have that could be either male or female.
Also, Heatran has a 100 base 100 friendship,
which is that higher than than normal Pokemon?
I don't know, but normally the legendary friendship is 0.
So I think Heatran is abnormally super friendly to the player for some reason. And it's just a big old frog puppy.
It's a weird ass design. It's a really weird design too.
I don't know. I dig the design.
But yeah, the Fire Steel is a cool typing.
Great typing.
No, really, that's a great typing. If you keep it away from ground types.
Keep it away from ground types. Did we ever get another Fire Steel?
I don't think we do. We have one. I'm not sure.
I genuinely don't remember if we got another Fire Steel type yet.
No, we still. I don't think we.
Damn, we need another Fire Steel.
We need a common Fire Steel type.
Like give us a Fire Star and Steel secondary.
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't that what you tried?
Yeah. Yeah, my faking one.
Yeah. And so yeah, I don't know. Heatran is just weird.
It's bizarre.
Even in Legends, it's kind of just there.
They're like, hey, the volcano. There's a problem with the volcano. This Pokemon's going mad.
I'd go catch it.
Yeah, that's the extent of Heatran's existence in that game.
It does have its own story, a little story I get as in Platinum.
Which I guess is somewhat cool, but
then you gotta backtrack through the dungeon and to catch it.
Yeah.
Then you gotta backtrack through the place you just went through to get it. That's pretty dumb though.
It's weird because if this thing had like a pre-evolution, it could pass so easily as a common Pokemon.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah.
And on like turn down the stats and give it a pre-evolution and actual egg groups and like
Yeah.
bam, regular Pokemon.
Because this thing is also the thing is also in black and white too. As well.
Yeah.
And yeah, Heatran is clearly a species.
It's so weird.
That somehow has it's just a though it does possibly have ties to another legendary.
Or Regigigas.
As
We'll get to that one later.
so then there's Manaphy. So you ever obtained a Manaphy in Gen 4?
It's miserable.
It's obtained through a Ranger. Where you put in where you put in that password. Oh, did I mention it's one per copy?
Of Ranger?
One per copy. That's fucking.
That's right. Even if you reset your save file on Pokemon Ranger, or you can't get another main Manaphy with that game card.
So let me tell you.
That's messed up.
So let me tell you a story.
Because like I got a used copy of Pokemon Ranger, played all the way through it in hopes to get a Manaphy.
You spent like
Gen 4, and I couldn't get it because the person who owned the game before already claimed it.
You spent an entire week on it.
He on the game for nothing.
I mean, yeah, you just wanted it somehow.
Oh, I was so pissed at that.
It's one per copy.
I guess that was probably in direct response to Jirachi being infinitely duplicatable from the Coliseum bonus disc.
I have no idea.
That's my only guess as to why it's like that.
And then Manaphy was that early purchase bonus in BDSP.
I still think one per Ranger save file would have been fine. Just you have to beat the whole game, which is like 10 hours.
And also really dumb.
To get one Manaphy.
It's a really hard game too.
No one was realistically going to like start duplicating it rapidly. So I don't see why they made it one per card.
No, they did do like just standard Wi-Fi events for it.
Later, but like
in the later two games.
And he's like, obviously I couldn't get those.
Though
Late to the party.
Manaphy is obtainable on Legends.
If you have
if you remember something,
or reading a book in BDSP, or just Google it.
Just Google it.
It's weird.
It also has a really stupid battle with the Fiona horde.
With 4 Fionas, he's assisting it.
And it's one of the. But Manaphy is just, yeah. And also, because I guess you need it for Dex complete. Since I think you need it for Dex completion.
In Platinum, there's a book that registers it to your Pokedex.
That just registered as seen. Same goes for a Dialga and Palkia.
Yeah.
It's just really
dumb.
Manaphy is just, it is
just dumb.
But I like the idea of it hatching it's a mythical from an egg.
That is a very unique idea, and I wish they would do something like that again.
And
because I like the idea of getting legendary from an egg.
Also, we always thought this was a psychic type.
Yeah, I always thought this was water psychic.
Because almost all the tiny mythicals of the time, were psychic.
Like genuinely, up until Generation 7, we had a small mythical Pokemon that had the psychic type.
Yeah, especially an all-rounded.
Was Hoopa all-rounded?
No.
No, Diancie was that.
No.
No, neither.
No, Gen 5 was the last one to do that.
Gen 6 didn't.
That's not an all-rounded myth.
I just said Gen 6.
Gen 5.
Gen 6 didn't have one of those.
Yeah. So. Yeah, because they had a fire. Mew was pure psychic. Sylvie was grass psychic. Jirachi was steel psychic. Steel psychic.
Routine is fire psychic, so wouldn't it make sense we had water psychic too?
Yeah, but yeah, it's not. Also, it has a really stupid signature move.
Yeah, like the whole idea of it really made me think it was a psychic type too.
Yeah, no. Meloetta.
Meloetta.
Oh, Meloetta.
it's a cool concept and up to fun design.
And
But this is the one we are particularly alluding to when we said that a Pokemon being bad to use could affect its tier placement here.
yeah, Meloetta. So, well,
All right, if you're just using it as a standard form chain, no, as a standard or special attacking Pokemon, then
yeah,
yeah,
it's
fine.
fine.
It's all right. But like, if you're using it the intended way with its signature move Relic Song,
You got
change its form.
you need to waste a move slot on it
On this inaccurate
it.
normal type move,
If that's only 75 power.
or that's not even particularly strong. Oh, it has a chance to put the opponent to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, amazing.
And then it can it changes form.
It changes your form and makes you a physical attacker.
Whoops.
Now, you also have to use this special move again to change back.
And wait, you want to know the other? And wait, did I mention it's normal type?
Yeah, so you can't change forms against ghost types.
I've
So good luck getting rid of. No, I had no psychic weakness.
Yeah.
I don't have one. Just
And then it just reverts back to Aria form after
So
battle.
you can't just keep it in pirouette form or use it as a physical attacker. No. Like, and the fucking you have. Not to mention, though, because of the whole physical special thing, you have to change forms to use physical moves on Meloetta. So you have to waste a turn and not be facing a ghost type to do that.
It's so stupid.
And if the move misses, that's just another turn wasted.
And yeah, this fucking move.
This movie is so stupid.
Yeah,
Why does it work like this?
God, I hate this. It's so fucking dumb.
And not to mention, it's really hard to make room for physical and special moves on the moveset when you have effectively have three move slots, because this useless move.
No, it is 100%
Oh,
accurate.
it's 100% accurate. Well, okay, because you just effectively have three move slots, because this underwhelming move wastes a slot. That you could be using on Hyper Voice or something. And the real kicker, like, just the fact that, like, you don't have room for
to do
physical
that.
and special moves.
You don't have room for it.
And okay, the easiest fix and way to make Meloetta actually usable and fun to use
Is change its form depending on whether its moveset is physical or special.
No, not in moveset, but like
What?
have its form change work like Aegis/'s stance changeability.
Yeah.
Where when it selects a physical move, it changes to pirouette form, and when it selects a special move, it changes into Aria form.
Exactly.
Or like how Aegis/ changes to its attacking form, and it uses an offensive move.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
its defensive
yeah.
form, and it
I don't
uses
think you need to
shield-
explain
it uses
that.
shield.
You probably need to explain Aegis/.
That would make it so much easier to use and so much better. Or like they implemented that in the next generation. It couldn't have been that hard to figure it out. Hell, maybe they were trying to figure it out, but couldn't figure it out by the release of Black and White.
I don't know. Meloetta is just dumb.
It's just such a dumb Pokemon.
And also, yeah, it doesn't even really have any real lore.
Or to it either.
I think it's based on the fairy tale, the red shoes.
Yeah?
It was
It was this woman who like got her feet cut off, I think.
I think the red,
Which is why Meloetta's feet are stumps.
shoot.
Which is fucked up.
It was, yeah, the red shoe.
Because like Meloetta's deck entry refers to how it lost its red shoes.
It was, yeah, 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 but yeah, yeah, but like, either way, it's
such a cool idea. This would easily be like an A tier if it was actually fun to use and practical in the slightest.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
It's just extremely dumb.
Then we have Mega Diancie.
This gets lower than the common form because this didn't need to exist.
It was clearly just for the movie.
Like, why'd they give another mega to a legendary?
It appeared in the movie for like a minute.
We discussed this not in yesterday's video. We discussed this in Thursday's video. Giving megas to legendaries is just completely dumb.
I don't know. I also think it's a little bit over designed.
It looks just like bigger Diancie.
Even with bigger like ribbons and that. It's like it kind of looks like a chandelier. Or now.
This is kind of cool looking. Like if it didn't look cool, it would have been in G tier. But like, come on, we didn't need this.
Yeah.
It's very clearly just for marketing the movie.
By the way, in said movie,
you can see this form for all of like a minute.
That was like totally necessary. Ari, holy shit. Yeah, totally necessary. Volcanion. This is like one of the most wasted mythical of all time.
It had the potential to be something cool.
Let's see. You get to learn about how a bunch of sightings of it.
It lives in the mountains and attacks people who pass through its territory.
One of which being in Pyramid King Brandon.
And its whole mechanical vibe gives off the impression that it might be man-made, which adds more to its mystique, and its whole fire type red scheme, and being from
I'm pretty sure it is man-made.
Being from the Kalos region implies is that potentially Team Flare has some involvement with it, and like there's so much possibility there for her to make it interesting, and it just isn't.
And just the first and currently only fire
water type wasted on a Pokemon that is extremely forgettable for lack of having any real bearing on anything.
I remember there were like rumors, theories about it possibly being behind one of those power plant doors, and we'd eventually get it at that ad.
And like.
But no, we never did. It's just Volcanion is just a waste.
It's just an embarrassing waste of a Pokemon. They had a chance to. They had a pretty good chance to make a fire water type in Clawitzer.
Yeah, they did.
Or they could have like easily slightly tweaked that design and made it fire water.
Yeah, but yeah, the report suggests Volcanion may have used its power to destroy a mountain range where Kalos was founded. They have an organ unique to it inside its body that's hot enough to instantly vaporize water into steam. It's just Volcanion, and I wish they did something.
I wish they did anything of note with this.
Oh well, at least it was like one of the last events in Gen 8.
Yep.
Yay. And
interesting.
Volcanion is just missed potential.
Yeah.
See, I think the thing is like Diancie and Hoopa are at least somewhat some kind of existence in the present.
Diancie has that whole
connection to maybe connection to Carbank.
Connection to Carbank.
And Hoopa is responsible for all the legendaries in Hoenn.
And you even have this backstory for it.
All right. What does Volcanion have?
Nothing. Really.
Nothing. It's
been sighted in mountains.
And in various parts of the world.
It's like a globe-trotting, mountain-destroying thing.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just it really missed the mark.
I wish they did something with it.
It had the potential to be cool.
And
also, its design doesn't visually reflect its water type very well.
That's because it's steam.
No, like I understand why it's fire water type. It makes sense, but like it's not well reflected in the design of it.
Yeah.
Like you don't look at this and think it's a water type.
Yeah. Then we have a type null. I could make a really bad joke here, but I'm not.
What?
The mask.
Oh no, I hate you.
I'm not going to. Type no is. Wait, what is this? Okay, for real, what is this line? What makes this line a legendary?
Pokemon Company said it is.
They're just as horrid science experiments.
And I guess the fact that there's only a few in existence and they can't breed is what makes them legendary.
I don't know. The fact that they can't give a solid definition of what makes a legendary.
Legendary, and type null was one of the first Pokemon to complicate that definition.
And yeah.
And alongside Cosmog, like up until like from Gens 1 through 6,
This was a very
obvious what a legendary was.
And sure, maybe the whole thing about mythicals and shit.
It was like, are mythicals actually considered legendary?
They're just a. I think they're just a subclass.
I think they are considered legendaries, but a subclass of legendaries.
Or yeah. Yeah.
So they're not grouped with the rest of the legendaries.
Yeah, just because it was very easy to define what a legendary was.
And then Gen 7 happened.
Everything changed when Gen 7 attacked. They gave us the Cosmog and Type No lines.
You know, I think it's mainly Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu that kind of fucked that definition up.
It just ruined everything.
Because, like, previously you could be like, okay, fine. There are finite copies of this Pokemon, and you can't and duplicate them, which is why Unknown is not a legendary. But something that can breed, it is like a Manaphy. Here comes Let's Go, letting you catch infinite legendary birds.
I don't know, though. I feel like that could drop. That would. I think the thing it is kind of just implied the birds are. Though it is implied the birds are just like a species. But
okay, so why are they considered legendaries and Unknown aren't?
We don't talk about Unknown. It's not on this fucking list.
Where would it go? We have to talk about Unknown.
That would go in shit tier.
Yeah. It's an annoying fetch quest.
It was just made to be. It's just made for collecting.
Only time I've ever enjoyed the Unknown hunt was in Legends Arceus, where they actually all had unique locations, and it's like more of a scavenger hunt for them.
You get to catch more of that.
You can catch infinite afterwards.
There's even Alpha Unknown.
Yeah.
The thing is, Unknown has also has a bunch of missed potential.
Yeah.
They have something to do with Arceus.
But you never really elaborated on what.
Are they just followers?
Are they followers of Arceus? Are these its 1,000 arms that used to shape the world?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, though it's 1,000. Though that though we won't go into more into that. We actually talk about the thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Unknown is just bad. Unknown is stupid and just I hate it.
And like basically now, if you're trying to have like a hard and fast definition for what a legendary is, you either have to consider both the legendary birds and Unknown legendaries, or neither, because there is nothing in terms of game mechanics that properly distinguishes them anymore.
But if that tangent aside, we're not even talking about the birds here.
Yeah, we kind of went off the rails there.
Type no, I don't.
It's fine, I guess. It's kind of cool.
Then okay, we have Ultra Necrozma.
This escapes D tier on merit of having a really cool design.
I guess. I guess.
But like.
The
hatred is still there.
Yeah, for it's also like it's just a big dragon,
which is inherently kind of a cool thing.
It's a big glowing dragon. Also, it's a really stupid boss fight. And also, it can't hurt me anymore.
Yeah.
It can't hurt me anymore. It's gone.
This thing no longer.
Thanks to the removal of Z moves, it's gone. It can't hurt me anymore.
Yep.
It can't torment the meta any longer.
Yep.
It can't torment the current meta.
Yep.
I can at least make peace with that.
Now the meta is Ancient Paradox Pokemon.
It's just Paradox Pokemon.
Paradox Pokemon.
But I could at least make peace with Ultra Necrozma. Still can't undo all that damage in the main story though.
Yeah. Which is what brings it down.
Then we have Tapu Bulu.
Least interesting Tapu.
It's lazy.
Okay.
It
not in terms of design, like literally as its characterization.
it's literally it's just lazy, and it's how it waited for the it let the fucking Mega Mart.
It knew that people were building a supermarket on its territory,
And so it waited.
And it didn't immediately stop them. It waited till they finished their work and then destroyed it.
Just out
of spite.
what?
What? Sure.
Sure, we'll see.
If we're done with this video by then.
We're done with this video by then. Okay. So then we have Tapu Bulu is I mean it's a bull. I think it's
it's a bull.
Yeah.
Well, the Bulu literally means bull.
Yeah, just bull. Oh, Tapu Bulu is just it's lazy and spiteful.
Oh, it's also a harvest god.
Yeah. And then there's what the fuck are you?
Zeraora.
What are you?
This is the most confusing mythical ever.
Okay, so here comes Ultra. Here comes Ultra. Here comes Ultra. And it's Ultra fucking existing.
And making things stupid.
It's so okay. Yeah, sure. We had Magearna and Marshadow as the mythical.
Those are pretty good.
Wait, why is there another one? Why is there another one? What are you?
This?
What are you? What is who? Why is it Electric Lucario?
What? This thing has like zero lore. It's based on a Hawaiian deity, apparently.
Yeah, I think like a Hawaiian thunder deity.
Like in universe, it has no lore attached to it. It's straight up. And this, unlike Jirachi, doesn't even have an edge case that mentions it in game. It just straight up not exists.
Yeah.
It just does not exist without the event, and it's like super forgettable. And
they just they like to use this for his limited time.
Like I feel like genuinely the whole reason this exists is they wanted a furry bait mythical.
Yep, because we needed one, I guess.
And it is super forgettable. Like the design's cool.
Also, its stats are like literally just Lucario.
Just a stronger Lucario, just base 600 Lucario.
That's another thing that frustrates me. Its signature move is called Plasma Fists.
And it's not a fighting type.
And also, it's like I said, it's just furry Lucario.
And it's known for like eviscerating its opponents.
And so I think it's just straight of disemboweling them.
Yes, that's what its dex entry straight up states.
It's fucking disemboweled your opponents.
And how is this thing pure electric?
How is this thing? God, this thing
should have been fighting, or even dark would work.
Yeah, see, they had so many opportunities to use these type combinations,
and they did not. And now our first electric fighting type is Palmont.
I hate that.
And Iron Hands. I like to say it's Iron Hands.
I like to say it's Iron Hands. And crap. So then we have
She might have to go to the bathroom.
You get down.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back real quick.
You put her down.
The doggy has to go to the bathroom.
Where is she? Come on. Yeah, go put her in your room. Go put her in the room.
All right. You go. Oh.
So the thing is, Zeraora is just.
It very much just exists.
Listen, I don't. Oh, sure. They also did like it was a max raid. It was a fucking raid ball. And if people that participated in killing in it, if we got total of 1 million KOs, there was a shiny giveaway.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we had a shiny. There was a shiny giveaway for those who participated.
Yeah, that's cool. I have it.
Yeah, I think I have one too.
And like,
Yeah, this is just a nothing like in Mythic in Pokemon.
on and the only the only the only thing we have to say about it is how non-existent it is.
So then we have Cubfu.
Just Cubfu, not Urshifu. It
Ugh.
exists. His face is kind of dumb and weird.
Weird.
Why does it look like that?
Also, why is Cubfu a legendary?
And
It's literally described as this is literally described as a species.
it says it's a species that came from the mountains in a distant region, and what is the?
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's inspired by Chinese stuff.
I think.
So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see it if we get a China region.
Maybe. But yeah, Cubfu. Yeah. Either way. Yeah. That's all I have much to say about Cubfu. This exists. Another case of this fucking exists. Zarude. I think he was literally just for the just the 23rd movie.
This Pokemon like straight up just exists for the movie.
Just for Secrets of the Jungle.
Just for Secrets of the Jungle.
That's it. Oh, but it also got an extra form. It got a different form.
Or for the movie.
There was a cape. There's a cape, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. It's just cosmetic. I'm pretty sure I just straight up gave you let you have my code.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really care about the variant.
Yeah.
And it's just, the thing is, this thing could have easily been integrated into the game.
I mean, but
like,
there is a whole jungle area in Isle of Armor, which is the
whole forest of focus
thing, and that is the DLC that added Zarude, that has Zarude on its Pokedex.
But it's imagine like there being an event where you need to
where you need to hunt for it at the forest of focus, and maybe you have to fight off
a horde
of Zarude because they hunt in packs.
That would be cool. And then you like catch the leader of or the pack.
That would have been so cool.
Well, it's literally
very missed opportunity there.
But Grass Dark, sure, that's cool.
Cool type.
Actually, Grass Dark is a pretty terrible type defensively.
Shift Tree was cooler.
It's just a meat.
Hello, Vinny and Axel.
No.
We're doing
Snack.
Sure, not right now.
Snack.
We're doing a video.
Right now we're doing a video.
We're doing
a video.
What, Scooby Snack?
No.
Sure.
What is
Chewy snack.
Right.
cinnamon?
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
These snacks are awesome.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
You guys doing a video?
Yeah,
How many hits have you got?
What?
Any likes? Any hits?
We got one. We got 2
Make
likes.
Any money?
We don't make money from this.
Can you guys make a living doing that?
Maybe, but no,
Well, I hope you do.
you're distracting us.
Oh, okay. I think that hat's distracting. What's more troubling is your
Oh my God,
your almost facial hair.
Dad, please. We are.
Okay, good.
Oh my God. I am so sorry about that.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry, Dad interrupted. But as I was saying about Zarude, it just has missed potential.
Well, it could have been way cooler or more memorable than it actually ended up being. It's an awesome design.
It's just a fucking monk giant.
Maybe it's got a cool little signature move that lends it to be in a decent support Pokemon, as well as an attacker.
Also, wow, they introduced another weird mythical that starts with Z.
Yeah,
Either very This was the Pokemon Day reveal
Aw.
in
Also a
2020.
second grass monkey in one gen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, obviously, being a mythical, it has really good stats.
But yeah, Grass Dark is Grass Dark's also an abysmal typing.
Yeah, it's more neutral than anything, defensively speaking.
Yeah, fucking
7 weaknesses and 7 resistances. Also an immunity.
But yeah, and I don't know. I just wit. Zaruda's just missed potential.
Well, it had the potential to be something way better. Sure, or same boat as Volcanion.
And
Are we
Enamored.
done with our video?
No,
No, there's
no, we were barely even.
May I? May I?
Sure, go in your room.
Alright.
Get some stuff.
Alright, so Enamorous Therian form.
It's some weird snake tortoise.
It's a soft shell turtle combined with a snake.
Yeah,
get through.
it's a tort. I don't know. I think this is the one time. I think this is the only time where the only instance it's where the only instance where is where either the Therian form is actually lower.
The only Therian form Noah placed lower than the original form.
Or because, I don't know. It just looks so weird.
I love it personally. I love how goofy and bizarre it looks.
Yeah, it's just really.
No, it's a soft shell turtle. Of course, it's gonna look goofy and bizarre. Those
Yeah, I don't
things- Have you seen one of those things?
No, either way, yeah, that's all of C tier.
No. In D tier, like
B-
now B tier, why don't we skip ahead to the end of it
Incarnate form.
and talk about incarnate form Enamorous?
I'm honestly it's in general.
Well, it gets tons of bonus points for not having the exact same model or repurposed for as from the other forces of nature and having an original model.
I'm honestly surprised they even introduced the new one.
I can go on a bench.
Yeah.
Though
Well,
Jen,
to be fair, considering the inspirations into the forces of nature, it's kind of surprising there wasn't a fourth one to begin with.
yeah,
For those who don't know, I keep that door closed for one reason. Then two. Don't get on top of that safe and knock bottles over.
oh yeah,
Expensive.
yeah. They just don't go in here. They just don't go in there.
You know.
Last time they cost us about $60, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Anyways, yeah, I just but given the inspiration,
And yeah, it's the black tortoise. There's the vermilion dragon, the vermilion bird, the Azure dragon, and the white tiger and the black tortoise. Though my one major complaint about
vermilion bird.
No, about Enamorous's design, Etherean Enamorous's design. The colors for the other forces of nature, the colors that they're of the animal they're based on aren't reflected in their actual design, but the gem on their chest.
Oh yeah,
As Etherean Tornadus has a vermilion gem because it's the vermilion bird.
yeah.
Etherean Thunderous has an Azure gem because it's the Azure dragon, even though its actual color is Azure. Or two. Etherean and Landorus has has a white gem because it's the white tiger. And Etherean and Enamorous has a red gem, not a black gem. Oops. I think they kind of forgot about that design.
The thing is, though, yeah, I think tying them to the Four Seasons is also
really cool because they retroactively made this group a whole lot more interesting with the introduction of Enamorous.
So I think Enamorous is
It's a very welcome addition, even if a lot of people were weirded out by it at first.
yeah. Gen 8 it decided it was the time where they expanded in older legendary groups.
Legendary birds, the Urds, the Titans, and the forces of nature.
Oh, the birds just got variants. The
but it still
Titans
was an
and four.
expansion to them.
Yeah.
And as elaborating on, we should elaborate more on the forces of nature when we get to the Therian forms of the other three.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyways, up to B tier. Here we got. We back normal placement in B tier.
We're starting back from from Kanto.
Gen
Gen 1 to
Artic-
specify.
Yeah, Gen 1. Articuno.
Gen 1. one, but Kanto
Kanto,
specifically, for reasons we
Kanto.
very shortly discover.
Articuno.
Yeah.
Articuno, the ice bird.
It's it's a cool design.
And
It's elegant.
I like the chest fur.
The chest fur is very cute.
Yeah.
I just like its design. I vibe with it.
Yeah.
It's cool and it's pretty and it's a nice
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
A nice ice bird.
Uh-huh. Then there's Meltan. As I said, Kanto.
Kanto, not specifically Gen
Look,
1.
I had to put Meltan somewhere because it doesn't. Because as shown from Pokemon Home, it doesn't actually fit. It is just categorized under unknown origin.
So we are categorizing it with Kanto because it's still a design philosophy was for it to be a sort of simple design that looked like it could fit into Gen 1's cast.
Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, it's the Pokemon Go exclusive Pokemon.
And plus, I think the main reason is they wanted more steel eel in the game.
Yeah.
Eel and Let's Go because currently
That was just
you only had Magneton on an Alolan Sandslash.
Yeah.
There were 3 Dark Alolan forms.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Steel Bonds available, so yeah, I just wanted another one of those.
So yeah, Meltan. I mean, what was your reaction when you first saw?
Like, oh, it's adorable.
Oh, little guy.
Little guy.
And how it can sometimes it can't. They really like to eat metal.
Yeah, they eat
Also,
metal and absorb it into their body mass.
It was like sometimes their head falls. They just fall. Their head falls over.
Or yeah, they lose the nut. So.
Yeah.
For context, the hex nut on their head isn't actually their head. The real head is the black eyeball orbs floating in it.
Yeah.
And as you can see in the anime, that when it loses the hex nut, the eyeball still remains in place while it looks for it.
It's got this little tail at the end too.
It's got a little Pikachu style tail because let's go Pikachu. Made of a wire.
Yeah.
It's like sort of reminiscent of both Pikachu and Ditto.
Yeah.
When it's designed.
And may or may not have been inspired by that thing.
By what?
Mimeo.
By Mimeo. Ditto's old steel type evolution that was scrapped after Generation 2.
And how they were when it was first
discovered or it was teased by people encountering this weird Pokemon, and it always turned out to be Ditto. Who transformed into this Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which also inspires it implies an evolutionary connection between Meltan and Ditto.
So I just like Meltan.
And it's a cool guy.
Yeah. Then continuing onward, we have Lugia.
Okay, Lugia.
The diving Pokemon. It has a ton of inspiration.
Based on a boat, a beluga whale.
Based on I think based on a Ryujin.
A Ryujin in a Japanese water deity.
Yeah, water. Water dragon. I think.
A water dragon, and which is funny because it's neither of those types. It forms a flying duo with Ho-Oh, of course.
Though it is a bit of a Lugia, and also Lugia gets extra points for being created outside of Game Freak.
Yeah, it was created. It was the first Pokemon to be designed externally.
Specifically
made for the second movie.
Made by the late Takeshi Shudo.
Yeah, it was designed specifically for the power form, but they felt it would be too weird to not have it in the games.
And it was added pretty late, and it was added very
late in development, and it was added just around the time they decided what the mascot for Silver was going to be.
Since I think it was originally just going to be Ho-Oh
for both the versions, but they decided they needed something else because that would be confusing.
And because and hence why Lugia's presence is a bit weird. is not as
Not as fleshed out as
and it's just in an optional dungeon and
So it does have this sort of oddness and dissonance, but like overall, it is a really cool Pokemon.
and also also the anime really likes using this thing.
Yeah, the anime loves Lugia, which fair, it is an anime original.
Also, of course, I do feel a bit bad that Shudo never got credit for. Is never given credit in game,
creation,
and not even like a special thanks or anything. Designers.
There's a bit, yeah.
I think he said he was actually surprised it ended up in the game.
Yeah,
it was just Lugia is just
fascinating. It's got some really interesting and cool development history behind it.
And it just it was just the fact it does just have a cool design.
Even if its integration feels a little bizarre.
I still
Overall,
like.
Still, Lugia is a like from us.
Then we have the legendary Titans, and so the original three.
The original 3 legendary Titans.
And being Regirock, Regice, and Registeel.
And we'll cover Regieleki alongside them.
Since
that's also in this tier. We have Regirock, Registeel, and Regieleki as well.
You see, I think what I really like is that these feel like legendaries.
These very much. They have this whole obscure quest line to them. Where you sort of have to figure things out from context clues and. Well, even context clues. Mainly reading the manual.
Yeah, and the manual gives you.
And 3.
The manual giving you braille instruction and.
They just have this this aura of mystique and intrigue that really hasn't been matched by any other legendary group.
But now, they have the whole sealed chamber quest, and just the fact that even when you get to that, they're found in very random, very out there locations, and it's like optional route. Like optional route, it's or a path, it's or a route that you need a bike for.
What I do like is how in Crown Tundra they actually they actually tried to replicate the original old.
What game is this?
Animal Crossing?
Yeah. We actually
have that?
No.
No,
this is mine.
Oh, I'm about to say, no, I haven't bought that yet.
Okay.
These guys hit me up every time I come home to go to disc traders or GameStop or something.
Okay.
So I like how in the Crown Tundra DLC for Sword and Shield they tried to they at least sort of tried to replicate the idea of the originals.
Like you need to do a certain thing to open.
You have to perform a specific task unique to each Reggie.
To open each chamber.
To open unique to each chamber to or to confront the legendary, even if the tasks were substantially more obvious in most cases.
It's like I think it was like high friendship, like with your start.
Pokemon with high friendship.
And I would have your starter.
I don't remember if it specifically had to be your starter.
No, I think it was your starter.
Yeah,
No,
that was something we came up with.
Right, yeah. But yeah, so high friendship, ever have a Cryogonal.
Yeah, have Cryogonal to whistle to unlock Registeel's chamber, have Pokemon with high friendship to unlock
Regirock, I think.
Regirock's chamber. For Regice, have a Cryogonal follow you. And for and for the other, and for the last, and for the new Reggie, well, have caught all 3 of the others.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
Did you get your? Where's your other goofy hat?
Oh no.
I don't know, but.
So.
Almost buying my Indian headdress again.
All right.
Are you still recording?
Yes.
What can you guys possibly be recording? I'll bet you I could. I bet
We're
you.
talking about games.
We're talking about
Talking about a video on YouTube.
We're talking about some
than
games.
anybody else, and I'd actually get more hits than you guys.
Oh my god.
Because I am funny as hell.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Anyways,
okay, so we were talking about
Reggie's.
Reggie's.
Isn't it? Yeah. Though it is a bit dumb that you need to choose.
Who's between one of the new Reggies, which is like.
I guess because lack of version exclusives. I guess.
I should have just made them version exclusive, honestly.
Because you instead of having to just do the just yeah. It's because you also it kind of adds with that how you need all 5 of them and in this one spot.
Not to get Reggie Gigas.
Yes,
but we'll talk more about Reggie Drago and Reggie.
Reggie, yes, Reggie. Like I think they're just
and Reggie and the new Reggies are welcome inclusions.
There's Reggie and if you ever talk about Reggie and Lecky.
And talking about Reggie Lecky in particular, it's the tiniest Reggie.
It's like has these like how it has these like
Its
electric
arms look like bundles of wires.
It has these its arms like these electric wires. It can also apparently power an entire. It also has like unlimited energy.
You can easily power
or an entire
city on its own.
Own. Own. Oh my god! So loud.
Okay,
I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
But then we have then we have the Eon duo. This might just probably be due to nostalgia.
Latios and Latias, they're generally fairly unremarkable for
and also they're
legendaries.
fucking roaming legendaries.
Legendaries too, but like
it's
mainly nostalgia from the movie.
From Pokemon Heroes.
It was one of the best Pokemon movies. Please don't at me on that.
But yeah, the Eon duo. Yeah, I get. Yeah, how they're like. I don't like they have their own island on. Oh my god! They have their own area, and as you just straight up get one with only 5 badges,
which is a little silly.
A mega legendary.
When it's Mega Stone even.
And yeah, okay, that's a little bit unbalanced.
But that aside, they're still charming designs. I like the idea of them being like sibling, like they're like twins.
And also they also have an exclusive item.
Yeah, the Soul Dew.
The Soul Dew.
Which buffs their special attack. No, buffs their power of dragon and psychic moves. So it basically gives them adaptability.
This item, I'm pretty sure this item is banned. I'm pretty sure this item is banned.
Because it makes them so powerful.
Soul Dew is a fucking disgusting item.
You can get the exact effects of it.
Soul Dew. The Soul Dew. Raises special attack and in Gen 3 through 6, it raised the special attack and special defense of either one of them by 50%.
And in Gen 7, it was nerfed to only...
Just raised the power of Psychic and Dragon by 20%.
Yeah, it was nerfed to just basically be a Dragon Fan
and Twisted Spoon.
Twisted Spoon at once.
Yeah.
That's because the original effect was too broken.
Yeah, and that's banned. Pretty sure if or they're
still banned. I'd argue. I don't know if it should still be banned justifiably, but like whatever.
Yeah, either way, because I think Latios and Latias are. I think they might be allowed out in battle
without Soul Dew.
In battle facilities without Soul Dew. Okay, that's the thing is, yeah, I just like the idea. And I like they're the opposite color. And like the one you get is the opposite of your version.
Okay, so Latios is in Ruby and Latias is in Sapphire.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
And then, like, if you get an Eon ticket, you can catch the other one, which is an e-reader card, which that card itself is kind of cool because it is just straight up the ticket.
That's fun.
And they'll, yeah, and then they even did it again in ORES as through Street Pass. If you get it, you can Street Pass it to someone.
So next is Groudon.
It's a big it's a big
magma lizard. It's cool.
oh fucking pizza dragon. Nobody is going to get that joke. Okay.
Oh, but it's just
Okay. It's just fucking it's big. The continent Pokemon.
that is cool.
Well, it creates land and also like bring also I think and I think that though and yeah it's how its sunlight I was used for its eternal sunlight I was used to help of nature or how plants grow.
So yeah, Kyogre and Groudon did both serve important roles.
Both have more than just us Pokemon of disasters.
Or they just had a tendency to fight with each other. Or Rayquaza had to get involved to prevent things from going out of hand.
Yeah, I just think Groudon just has a cool design.
And I also I like both Kyogre and Groudon. Groudon also does get points for being a more interesting design than Kyogre because Kyogre really does feel like just a big whale.
Mm-hmm.
At least Groudon's whole dinosaur thing or looking thing stands out more.
Yeah, and then there's a Deoxys attack.
Like the coolest Deoxys.
Yeah.
So the spikes and the whip arms.
Yeah, this thing hits like a fucking truck. Too. Yeah. It is the coolest one.
Coolest Deoxys form.
For me.
That's really all we have to say about that.
The lake spirits. It's Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf.
Elf. A cool trio of Pokemon.
On willpower, knowledge, and emotion.
Their involvement in the story and in the Sinnoh game is cool.
And also how Mesprit has a special connection to you. Since it's right outside.
Mesprit it feels a connection to the protagonist because as it lives right outside their hometown.
Yeah. I think that's. I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
Though really, they should have been retyped to fairy though.
Yeah, they should have been in fairy types.
Given that their names are a play on.
What's for fairy? They should have all been psychic fairy.
Yeah.
It's like I get psychic because they're like aspects of the human mind.
And yeah. And well, speaking of psychic type, something that should be psychic fairy.
Cresselia.
It's the Pokemon on the moon. That brings dream that Pokemon the Pokemon that
moon that keeps nightmares at bay.
And how it also has a little like how it usually has a story attached to it. It has a story attached to it in Gen 4 in Sinnoh and Unova. Sinnoh is just helping. It's helping the captain's son unwake up.
But in Unova, you have to.
Well, it's a lot darker.
Or how the spirit of a family who passed away
because of dark rise
nightmares. Sort of. They were couldn't really eat.
Yeah, just
Do anything when they were in those nightmares. So
so yeah, the thing is, yeah, when you get the lunar wing, it does feel a bit. You said, "Oh, you found it," but it's too late for me now.
you gotta put their spirits to rest.
Yeah, just I don't know. It just have just this. It does feel a little bittersweet with in Unova of the lunar wing.
Yeah.
And then you go meet it on Marvelous Bridge, which is where the the ghost girl.
It was in black and white.
Yeah, I just think I just like I just don't like it like how it was used. It was okay. It's kind of just there in Aaron Legends.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the post game quest. That's not where you get the mind plate.
Yeah. I just think Corselia is cool.
Oh.
Underrated, legendary.
Also an absolute unit.
It is bulky.
Mm-hmm.
Special tank to the extreme.
Oh yeah, it's just an absolute unit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a shaman, both forms.
It's pretty cool. The side quest for it is cute.
Albeit it really feels. Although I mean, you could actually do part of it without the event. You just don't get the whole picture.
What's the point? Why do you?
What's the whole point of this extra part of the map?
Why do you even get to go here?
Here with the rock at the edge of the region. And I don't get that.
It's just extremely bizarre.
Yeah, how you like need a Oak's letter or
do the finish the quest.
Oh yeah, I think it also has it's also the reason behind and the reason behind Marley why Marley is in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it also has to represent and speed.
Mm-hmm.
The stat trainer for speed is tied to this kind of tied to this event,
which is interesting considering Sky Shaman is a speedy Pokemon.
And also, yeah, and thing is, so you need Oak's letter, or which also ties. Oak's presence in the game, importance in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and they expand upon. And like, yeah, you need his letter, and then you say what you're say who to thank.
I think like the game asks you and you input that in text form.
And then you get this long stretch of
flowers to walk down.
And at the end, there's Shaman.
After you catch it, you can go scroll in Floroma Town, and she'll give you a Gracidea flower to change its form as long as it's daytime.
Okay, Skyform is a bit dumb in that case, or in that regard.
It can only be used during the day, because Shaman needs sunlight to utilize it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, also...
And also, if you're frozen, it goes away.
Yeah.
Which you're probably going to die from an ice move before you get frozen anyways.
So yeah, it also just is that yeah, Shaman, and yeah, it's just also yeah, there's something else I was trying to. Also, the thing is, if you knock out Shaman, if you run away from Shaman or knock it out, it'll just you can just us move a few.
Just off screen it.
Yeah, off screen it.
And then it'll come back.
Yeah, walk a bit of a distant.
Like a distance away, and it'll respawn.
On something else, I guess that makes shiny hunting for it. You're gonna say you can actually shiny hunt it, and if you wanted.
Yeah.
And also yeah, just the Shaman. I had an illegal shiny Shaman.
Named Sonic.
With plus speed, the fucking plus speed nature.
It had speed boost if that ability existed in Gen 4.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did? We gave it speed boost?
I think maybe, I don't know. Point is I erased it.
Yeah, it's illegal.
And also you can't transfer. Yeah, you can't transfer hacked Pokemon onto Gen 6.
If you didn't know, we probably could have transferred him to Gen 5, but...
Either way, it was really dumb.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't really... It was like the dumbest way to get it. It just... it just fucking create it yourself over this app that it became useless because due to the Wi-Fi shutting down.
Mhm.
On. Well, yeah, I just like Shaman.
It's cool.
yeah,
And I'm
the-
thankful for its existence.
Yeah. It's thanks Shaman time.
Thank you, Shaman.
Yeah. Then God,
Arceus.
the mighty, the real, almighty Sinnoh.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's Arceus.
It's cool.
It does. Yeah, it does. Well, it is not more than it's more than just a llama in a fence,
The design is more interesting than that.
and it's actually based on Kirin.
Which is a divine entity, mythical creature, or in Japanese folklore.
And also the fact that and also like I think Legends gave more of an explanation as to why you're even able to use it.
That it's only a piece of Arceus.
It's not. It's just a.
Pokemon Arceus is only a fragment of the deity Arceus.
Which might explain the whole 1,000 arms thing.
And why it's not like an unbeatable abomination in every. Yeah.
Why it's not like a fucking biblically accurate angel.
Think of it like a like the 3-dimensional form of a 4-dimensional being.
Yeah, in something that's tangible.
It's only the tangible part of this being. Being specifically created to interact with humans and experience the relationship between human and Pokemon.
It's
firsthand.
And yeah, it's and yeah, I think Legends definitely helped its case.
Contextualize Arceus and make
This is being the creator of all.
And I think they did an amazing job at that.
Even if Arceus itself isn't actually really present within its own game. And it's just kind of treated as a completion bonus and a bit of a plot device.
I just love the lore implications of it.
Yeah.
I just love the lore they gave it.
Next we have White Kyurem. It's a bit how do I don't know how to describe this White Kyurem.
The gray on white isn't as cool as the gray on black.
Yeah.
No, this is technically the better one because it has a better special learn set.
Because this thing did not learn Icicle Crash for a long time. Kyurem didn't learn Icicle Crash till like Gen 8.
So it was really the choice between Ice Beam and Ice Punch.
Couldn't learn that.
Oh, it couldn't.
Couldn't learn Ice
Between
Punch.
Ice Punch, no, Ice Beam and Ice Fang. Which the choice between those two was obvious.
Yeah.
Because Ice Fang was an awful move.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, White Kyurem is just not as cool.
Well, design-wise, I still definitely respect it though. It does still have this sort of vibe to it.
Then Xerneas.
Yeah.
Xerneas.
Xerneas.
It's the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
I forgot the Yggdrasil.
The Norse Tree of Life.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a funny looking deer.
Its antlers look fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. It also has this out of battle, this non-combat form,
which looks kind of awkward.
these blue like the blue streak of its antlers.
Whereas which
is around it,
which don't look as cool as the actual form does. As with all the bright colors.
Yeah.
It's cool that we immediately got a fairy legendary the generation the type was introduced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really did help push the fairy type.
They
Like,
really did push the fairy type and give it everything it needed, except for like having a starter with the type, like which they did in the very next gen.
And then for the treatment, Dark and Steel got
They had a specialist, they had a legendary and a mythical with the type. I retyped a bunch of old Pokemon, got a new evolution, the Pika clones fairy type.
yeah, they just went in on the.
I love how they went all in on making the new type feel naturally integrated. And they only probably didn't give it Delphox Fairy instead of Psychic because, well, if they gave one of the starters the brand new type, everyone would pick that one.
I don't know, maybe, I guess.
That's my theory, at least. So they wait till the next gen.
I
will.
Me too.
We're still doing the video. We can't. We won't be done in 10 minutes. We won't be.
Oh my god! I told her to wait. Hey, so is that all right? Is there any? I just yeah. I think it's cool.
Cool deer Pokemon.
Zygarde 50%.
It's a snake, and it's a cool looking snake.
Yeah.
The hexagonal powered black and green's a cool color combo.
Zygarde is just one of the most wasted legendaries.
Because clearly it was meant to have games. It was meant to be a version mascot at some point, and it just didn't get that elaboration and was shoehorned into the next games.
Diancie, it's basically an evolved Carbink.
So, and it is. I just wish this was a normal evolution because Carbink sucks.
It's Carbink with offense.
Of stats. So.
That's yeah. Hoopa Unbound.
It's a cool design. I mean, it's just doesn't have the charm of the confined Hoopa.
Yeah. Still Valley.
We've already went over Type Null. This is just Type Null, but without the mask, and its type changing thing is more fully realized.
Yeah.
It's a cool Pokemon.
Yeah. Tapu Fini and Tapu Lele.
Two more of the Guardian deities.
I just think they're cool.
I just think they're cool. There's the sadistic swordfish one, and there's the dangerous, and there's the innocently destructive butterfly.
Yeah, yeah. So and then there's a Solgaleo. I don't know. I just think it looks as cool.
Well, but it is still pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's Metal Lion.
Yeah, it's really cool inspiration.
And the inspiration behind it's super cool. Well, the design's just not as appealing as Lunala is.
Magearna, aka probably a leftover Gen 6 Mythic X Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because it has its signature move is Floor Cannon. That's fucking
flower in French.
And it just feels more at home with in Gen 6.
How many left?
How much?
Like 30 of them.
Yeah, I think Magearna. I think Magearna is just a cool idea.
Can I sit over here?
Yeah, you can sit over here. So Magearna. Right, just didn't. It's also the most. It is the most easily the most worthless mythical.
Well, because you can still just scan a QR code and get it in any copy of Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, or Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
Which one are we on?
We're talking about.
We're talking about Magearna.
Yeah.
Which one is Magearna?
That one.
The little mechanical one.
Yeah, the little Pokeball robot.
When we get to Marshadow, the other generation, and 7, the other Sun and Moon mythical.
Based on a night marcher.
It's a Hawaiian legend about how the shadowy figures of deceased soldiers. Which is why it's a ghost fighting type.
Just look at it, and just look at this thing.
It's adorable.
It's a little squishy.
I know.
It's a scrungly.
The tormented souls of the damned, but by damn, they are adorable.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we have a Zacian crowned.
Hound. The mascot on a Pokemon Sword.
God is dead.
We killed him.
720.
The same stat total as Arceus itself.
Though it did get
It's just a dog with a sword.
Yep.
Sword dog.
So it says like literally something out of Dark Souls.
Yeah, someone said it looks like a Dark Souls.
No, it's straight up there's a Dark Souls enemy. It was boss like that.
That's hilarious.
There's a, and then we have a, yeah, I think it's just funny. And both forms of Zamazenta.
Hero of many battles and crown form.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Eternamax form. It's a giant hand.
Hand cyclone thing.
And the one thing, yeah, the
And the final boss encounter in the climax of Sword and Shield.
This thing is not usable.
To be fair, I am not caught up in like a lot of Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said you skipped Gen 8.
Yeah.
Even I have no idea like a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I'm a noob.
Yeah, so then we have Eternamax has like the highest BST in
the whole series,
but
it's only really relegated to a boss encounter because it wasn't meant to be used by the player.
Oh, it does actually give the most it's actually tied with Blissey for most experience.
Even though the fight isn't coded to give you experience, they bothered to assign it to give as much experience as Blissey, but then decided that they weren't going to have it give you experience at all.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that.
So either way, yeah, it's just meant to be a 4-on-1.
It's meant to be a boss of a 4-on-1 battle.
Yeah.
Also, it has insanely high defenses and HP.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, pull up that stat total for Eternamax Eternatus.
Okay.
It's very evident that it's not meant to be something used by a human player.
Let me see that fucker. Let me see that motherfucker. Oh.
There's the sprite.
You know, it has official art now.
1,125 stat total. Its defense and is an HP or over 250 and up.
That is a gigantic lad.
Yeah, absolute.
Unit.
Yeah.
Unit.
So then we have the Urshifus. I don't know why these are considered legendaries.
Still, but
they're cool, I guess.
It's weird that both forms look basically identical aside from the pose.
And there's a Spectria or the Ghost Horse. One of the possible.
Also, you can choose whether you want Spectria or Glastria.
What are they from?
They're from the Crown Tundra.
DLC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Then there's
alongside Shadow Rider Calyrex.
They probably could have call it Ghost Rider for legal reasons.
Yeah, legal reasons.
So it's Shadow Rider.
Calyrex itself is cool.
What is a legendary that you actually have an interesting side quest going on with? More. So I do definitely appreciate Calyrex.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it's horses.
And of course, as we said, Shadow Rider's in the same tier.
I guess we'll
jump up. We'll skip ahead in the tier list to cover Glastria or an Ice
Rider.
An Ice Rider Calyrex. Yeah.
I just think the ice horse, the whole white horse aesthetic is cooler.
It's got like the ice horns.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, and also I guess we'll talk about Regidrago.
Oh, we're here too.
Ooh, it's actually a Charizard head.
Because of course.
It's
not even a dragon type.
Regigigas just ran out of materials.
Yeah, it really looks like I think it's
that's what it said.
It said Regigigas ran out of materials making this thing, so it looks incomplete.
Yeah. Anyway, then on to back and then all right. So then I guess we move backwards a little.
Oh, into B tier?
Into A tier, from A tier.
Still in A tier. We've finished B tier.
There you have Eternatus' normal form and the other Zacian. Zacian on Hero of Many Battles, I like the hair.
It just has cool hair.
Cool hair.
And Eternatus is his base form. It's just a big skeleton dragon.
Are we in A tier?
Yeah, an A
we're
tier.
here now.
The great stuff.
I see one of my favorite Pokemon in there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
So we got, I think this is cool, even if it's horribly mishandled.
All in terms of plot. But we've gone into that in a separate video.
Separate videos, yeah. Then we have,
Going back to where we should have been starting with A tier instead of just covering the stuff relevant to B tier mons.
Zapdos.
It's the last of the legendary birds on the list.
Zapdos is a good.
Yeah, it's a Thunderbird.
It's all spiky and cool. Got a whole static electricity look going on.
Yeah.
It's just a cool design.
You just find it in an old power plant. An abandoned power plant.
Like, aside from just having a super cool design, there really isn't that much else to say about it.
Melmetal.
Melmetal, the evolution of Meltan.
Yeah, it's just
Beef.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's covered in it's not nuts everywhere.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Or it's just really cool.
Well, instead to be hundreds of Meltan melted together.
Or
into
That
one
is
being.
terrifying.
yeah.
Like, imagine having your existence, like, collectively stripped away from you.
How like at the end of it.
merged
Yeah,
into
like,
other, like 1,000 other people, and you can't even think for yourself.
Yeah.
It's just all thoughts, head overactive, existence is pain.
And then like at the end of its life, it then
It's like, finally, I am free.
At the end of its life, it stops working and splits back into Meltans.
Finally, we are free
yeah.
from our torturous existence.
But yeah, Melmetal is just really cool.
Yeah.
And as we said before, Meltan and Melmetal, because they were designed for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, they were designed to look like to have somewhat simplistic designs that could fit in with the Generation 1 Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think they did really well with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have the legendary beasts. Cats.
They're
Cat dogs.
Cats.
the original designs are based on dogs and Oggs, and now they're a tiger, a lion, and a leopard.
Yeah.
And I just think they just have really cool designs and just their whole lore.
Excited.
Or
Suicune being the lone wolf of the group.
if I guess, it's weird they highlighted above the other two.
But I guess they needed something as a mascot for Crystal.
Yeah. Then we have Celebi.
My favorite.
Yeah!
It's the onion fairy.
Yes.
Very.
I have some very fond memories with Celebi in a old Roblox Pokemon game. I know, cringeworthy, but it was pretty fun at the time. Okay, there were some pretty good ones out there before Nintendo nuked them all.
All of them.
All of them.
Damn.
But Celebi was a good Pokemon, and it helped me body other teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good memories,
Yeah.
good times.
But yeah.
And I like the
good
lore,
fun.
and I like the lore of
That's
it.
the
being
guard.
sort of guardian of Ilex Forest. There's a little
Yeah.
shrine dedicated to it.
Celebi is so cute.
Also, just it can time travel.
Yeah, that makes it even better.
It can time travel.
And
Time
tied to
traveling onion.
a very lore or important event in Dark Gold and Soul Silver,
Uh-uh.
or sort of giving you Silver's backstory and Giovanni's story.
Even a fight with it. Even
Fight with Giovanni in that event.
the fedora
Even if this
design.
information should have been given to the player regardless of the mythical event, but I digress. It's still a cool event.
But yeah, I think Celebi is just cool.
Well, it's just a really cool design and one of the best mythicals.
Then we have Rayquaza, the green noodle.
Green noodle.
The fug is real.
Yeah,
Rayquaza's another favorite of mine. It just
Yeah.
looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's this big,
Big beef.
big beefy dragon.
Yeah.
And yeah, it lives in the
Lives in the
ozone.
ozone layer.
That is a weird existence.
Yeah, you just live within the
It lives in the
The
ozone.
stratosphere.
yeah.
Yeah, and when it enters Kyogre and Groudon fight,
It's like, oh my god.
Shut
again?
up.
it literally comes down, screams at them, and makes them go back to sleep.
Shut up.
Bruh, go to bed. I'm
No, like
trying to
literally, that's
just-
the cutscene in Emerald.
Shut up.
Kyogre and Groudon are fighting each other. Then Rayquaza comes down, yells, and they retreat back into like under the ocean or underground.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. You don't.
It's like the disgruntled old parent of Kyogre.
Exactly. It's like, for the last time, Michael and Elizabeth, I have told you to go to sleep for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much the vibe.
Okay. Then we have a Dialga.
The cooler.
Dialga is really cool too.
Yeah, it's the
The
steel,
cooler
the metal dragon.
This one doesn't look like a dick.
Palkia looks like a dick. Yeah,
Dialga looks like a horse, I think.
like a horse, I think.
Whose horse is that?
Yeah. It's just really cool. It also controls time. I'm that
Time
too.
control horse.
And then I also think is I always said if I had a superpower it would be chronokinesis.
So, you know, it sort of resonates with Dialga.
Yeah. Then we move on to Regigigas.
Funniest anime cries of all time.
I mean just yeah. 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 So. So Regigigas is the trio master or quintet master.
Quintet master now.
But the fact that you have to have the others to get to obtain it.
So yeah, you have to basically gather up its children to summon it.
And how Crown Tundra has that as your ultimate payoff.
Off as sort of an Easter egg encounter, it's not explicitly hinted to you.
You can get a level 100, fight a level 100.
Regigigas if you put all 5 Reggies in your party.
Catch that Spiritomb with foul play.
Hey, because Regigigas can't damage Spiritomb.
I mean, once it gets its act together.
This thing is also insanely powerful.
Yes.
Oh yeah, slow start. Regigigas can't get it going.
I don't know why that's the text it displays for its ability, but yeah.
It's just really cool.
First 5 turns of battle, its speed and attack stats are halved.
Either way, it's that aside, it's just cool. Then we have the Swords of Justice.
I've never heard of that one.
The Cobalion, Terrakion,
Verizon, and for black and white.
Yeah, they're meant to be they're meant to be I think they're kind of meant to be a callback and a callback to the legendary birds.
Urban implementation. You find them in dungeons.
They're just rewards for exploration, and also kind of parallel them in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, like Terrakion and Moltres being in Victory Road.
Ode Cobalion.
And being out of the way and needing serve.
Earth like Articuno and
Verizon being in a previously explored area. I think being in like being an area you would bend into
before, but hadn't been able to fully explore yet.
With Brute 10.
And Pinwheel Forest.
Keldeo was that 4th member.
And a mythical Pokemon.
And also, like, I just like their backstory. They just like their lore.
Or apparently,
you know how they waged war on humans. And
I think it was they were involved in a war and saw.
I
don't remember.
how they have distrust towards human. And then how Keldeo was one of those Pokemon that lost its family.
He was taken in by the other Swords of Justice.
As
became their 4th member.
And also the fact that they're based on the Musketeers.
Mm-hmm. No croutons are your salad?
Sure.
Yeah, they lost croutons. Yeah.
We're just trying to finish up the video before we go up and eat.
And can we pause the live stream?
No.
No?
No, we can't.
We'll have to split this into parts.
No, we'll just let's.
No, we have to go up. I need to take a shit. We'll continue this after dinner.
Oh my god.
There's no way we can finish the rest of A tier and S tier considering dinner's like almost ready.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Don't worry. Do you have your computer with you?
I don't.
See you shortly.
Uh-huh.
After we eat.